Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, reaching for your phone, and finding total silence. No Wi-Fi, no cellular network. Within hours, the power grid fails. Financial markets freeze instantly. On the news, anchors speak with visible panic before the broadcast cuts to emergency broadcasts. This isn't a sci-fi movie. This is the opening hour of a modern global conflict. For decades, the phrase World War III was a ghost of the Cold War, a hypothetical nightmare kept in check by diplomacy and fear. But today, with geopolitical tensions at an all-time high, the mechanism of global peace is more fragile than ever. Welcome to the Interesting Fact Lab. Today, we are stepping into the realm of the ultimate what if. If World War III were to break out right now, in our highly connected, technologically advanced world, how exactly would it play out? Who would fight whom? What weapons would change humanity forever? And when the dust settles, could anyone actually win? World War III wouldn't start with a sudden declaration on paper. It would start with a spark at one of the world's critical geopolitical fault lines. It could be an escalation in Eastern Europe, a miscalculation in the Taiwan Strait, or a flashpoint in the Middle East, dragging global superpowers into a direct confrontation. But the moment the threshold is crossed, the first phase of the war won't be fought with tanks or soldiers. It will be completely invisible. Welcome to Day Zero, the cyber and space front. Within minutes of the conflict initiating, offensive cyber warfare units would launch catastrophic strikes on civilian and military infrastructure. Power grids across entire continents could be shut down. Water treatment facilities, air traffic control systems, and banking networks would face unprecedented DDoS attacks and malware. The goal? Total paralysis of the enemy's domestic front. Simultaneously, the war moves to space. Both sides would deploy anti-satellite, ASAT weapons. Ground-based lasers and killer satellites would blind reconnaissance systems and knock out GPS and communication networks. Interesting fact, if GPS satellites are destroyed, it doesn't just mean you can't use Google Maps. Global shipping vessels will lose navigation, precision-guided military missiles will lose their targeting, and international communication arrays will collapse into chaos. Without firing a single conventional bullet, the world would be plunged into a dark age of information isolation. As the physical smoke clears from the initial cyber attacks, the global chessboard realigns into brutal, uncompromising blocks. A modern world war cannot be fought alone. It requires deep economic and military networks. Who stands on each side? On one side, you have the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, consisting of 32 nations, anchored by the massive military might of the United States, alongside major European powers like the UK, France, and Germany. This bloc would instantly be reinforced by major global democratic allies, including Japan, South Korea, Australia, and Canada. On the other side, an opposing coalition would form around a powerful axis of manufacturing and regional dominance. This would likely involve a strategic partnership between China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. This creates a terrifying dynamic. You have the ultimate maritime power, the US and its allies, who control the world's oceans, going up against massive continental land powers with unparalleled industrial manufacturing capabilities. But what about the rest of the world? Nations like India, Brazil, and much of the global South would find themselves under immense economic and diplomatic pressure to choose a side. However, many might choose strict neutrality, becoming vital, tense diplomatic zones and black market trade hubs as the rest of the world tears itself apart. Forget the imagery of World War II or even the Cold War. A hot war between superpowers today would be terrifyingly fast, automated, and lethal. The era of mass infantry storming beaches is largely over. Instead, 3 technological titans will dominate the battlefield: hypersonics, artificial intelligence, and drones. First, let's talk about speed. Hypersonic missiles travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5. That's over 3,800 miles per hour. They fly at unpredictable trajectories, making existing air defense systems virtually obsolete. In the opening weeks, key military bases, command centers, and aircraft carriers would be targeted by these unstoppable kinetic strikes. Second, the sky will belong to the machines. We would see drone warfare on a scale never before imagined. Autonomous drone swarms, coordinated by AI, would be deployed by the hundreds of thousands. They would hunt in packs, overwhelming naval ships, neutralizing radar installations, and hunting down armored columns. Artificial intelligence would manage the theater of war. AI algorithms would process battlefield data millions of times faster than human generals, making split-second decisions on where to strike, who to kill, and how to allocate resources. The human role would quickly shift from decision-maker to merely trying to keep up with the machine's pace. While armies clash, the average citizen thousands of miles away would feel the war in a different way, through their stomach and their livelihood. Modern civilization relies on a hyper-optimized, just-in-time global supply chain. A world war would shatter this instantly. The world's primary maritime chokepoints, like the Strait of Malacca and the Suez Canal, would become active war zones and be mined or blockaded. International trade would plummet by an estimated 70 to 80% within the first month. The consequences would be immediate. The energy crisis. Oil and natural gas prices would skyrocket to unprecedented heights, leading to strict fuel rationing in almost every nation. The microchip famine. With Taiwan being the epicenter of advanced semiconductor manufacturing, the global supply of microchips would completely vanish. No new cars, smartphones, medical equipment, or advanced appliances could be built. Global starvation. Modern agriculture depends heavily on global fertilizer shipments and mechanized farming. A prolonged conflict would disrupt grain exports from Eastern Europe and North America, triggering mass famines across vulnerable regions in Africa and Asia. The economic devastation alone would claim millions of lives far away from the actual front lines. As the conventional war drags on, one side will inevitably begin to lose. Their navy will be sunk, their industrial hubs ruined, or their borders breached. And this brings humanity to the most terrifying question of all: the nuclear threshold. Every superpower involved possesses nuclear weapons. The United States and Russia alone hold thousands of warheads, while China is rapidly expanding its arsenal. If a losing superpower feels its regime or existential survival is threatened, the doctrine of MAD, mutually assured destruction, comes into play. If even a fraction of these nuclear arsenals are launched, the conventional war ends, and the end of modern civilization begins. Millions would perish in the initial blasts. The subsequent fires would loft hundreds of millions of tons of soot into the stratosphere, blocking out the sun and triggering a nuclear winter, dropping global temperatures and destroying global agriculture for a decade. So, let's answer the ultimate question. Who would come out as the winner of World War III? The short, brutal answer is no one. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Albert Einstein. If the war stays purely conventional, the side with the greatest geographic isolation, raw resource independence, and long-term endurance, most likely the North American continent and its far-flung allies, might technically survive with its political structure intact. But it would be a Pyrrhic victory. They would rule over a bankrupt, fractured, and deeply traumatized planet. If the war turns nuclear, humanity loses entirely. The winners would be the rats, the insects, and the deep-sea organisms unaffected by our madness. Looking at the reality of modern warfare, it becomes clear why the world's superpowers go to such immense lengths to avoid direct conflict. The cost of World War III is not measured in billions of dollars. It is measured in the erasure of everything human beings have built over thousands of years. The true purpose of analyzing this nightmare scenario isn't to breed despair, but to remind us of the immense value of peace, diplomacy, and global cooperation. The systems we have aren't perfect, but they are the only things standing between us and the abyss. What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about a modern global war? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this deep dive insightful, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to the Interesting Fact Lab for more fascinating explorations of science, history, and the ultimate what-ifs of our universe. Thank you for watching, and stay curious.